Hello and welcome to RA100K Episode 3. In this series, I take you with me as I try and hit 100,000 points over on Retro Achievements. This video, I'm starting at 22,636 overall points, and I want to work on some game sets I currently have in progress, so let's go ahead and get on into it. Okay, first game up today is going to be Quad Desert Fury, which is definitely a game that exists. I'm not going to say it's a good game. In fact, I'll say this one's quite bad. But I was working on the mastery for it, and we're getting pretty close to it. So I'm going to go ahead and beat tracks 5, 6, and 7 right now. We're not going to go for the mastery quite yet, because it's going to take a while. And this little challenge one to win a race while looking behind you, it gives me a headache. So I'll worry about that way later. So let's just go ahead, get into 3 races, win them really quick, and get those achievements up on the profile. Alright, and here we are, Quad Desert Fury, which just has 2 modes, and they both just feature the same races. So yeah, like I said before, we're going to do tracks 5, 6, and 7, so we're just going to go ahead and get through it. This game is really just like 3 FPS, and has like probably about a third of a second delay between pressing a button and something happening. It's an absolute nightmare. I originally kind of started this set just to kind of get like a quick little mastery just for shits and giggles, but then this game just ended up being a nightmare, so I put it on hold. Like, it is actually headache-inducing, but I can handle it for a few races. Mechanically, there's really not much to say. The tracks don't really follow any pattern. You just kind of follow the arrows, so like the roads don't really matter. You're gonna go through all the checkpoints, complete all the laps, that's it. There are gas cans, like the one in front of me, that will boost you, but it makes stuff so hard to control that I'm not big on picking them up. And then there are also mines that you can barely see that pop up on occasion, and those will just kind of fling your ATV back here a bit. But beyond that, there's really not much to say about this game. It's just a very low quality, pretty much a shovelware racing game that maybe is a little bit too overly ambitious for the platform. So if there's anything else to comment on as I go for these achievements, I will let Alex in post. Or Alex in the future. That's a better way of putting it. Commentate over this video and tell you all about it. Outside of that, though, I'm just going to go ahead and race and hopefully get these achievements. Alright, Alex from the future here. As my past self was saying, this game it isn't very good. What you see kind of is like what you get. So you have quick race mode, which we're on right now, where I'm doing races 5, 6, and 7. And then there's challenge mode, which you got to complete to get the mastery, which makes you race all 7 of these tracks in a row. And like, really what you see with this game is kind of like what you get. There really isn't any special mechanic or anything to really work for in this game. You have 1 ATV. There's no like kind of little abilities. You can pick up the gas cans like I mentioned, and outside of that, mechanically, all you really can do is hit the brake, and when you're in midair, you can also kind of tilt your ATV to try and land a little bit more flush, which, in essence, would be kind of cool and like a little bit of added depth, but it doesn't really account for much, for the sole reason that if you do crash and you fly off your ATV keeps its momentum, keeps moving, and you respawn on it, even mid-crash. So it doesn't really affect anything if you screw up landing flush. So I just don't even bother. But otherwise, like, AI is pretty brain dead. You can catch up to him at almost any given time. It's really hard to lose against him. You can, but it's very hard to. All the tracks look the same. In fact, I'm not convinced that they have more than 1 track. I feel like they just put these checkpoint markers in different spots and you just play the same track over and over. I don't know that for sure, but it sure as hell feels like it. And actually, speaking of the checkpoints, like the hitboxes on them are just kind of busted. One thing you'll notice if you do end up playing this, which please don't, it's not worth it. But if you do just kind of go, I want to try this one out for myself, see how it is. The actual hitboxes on the checkpoint don't make sense. Sometimes you'll go right through the center, and the games will say you missed it. Other times, like, you'll kind of, like, you know, be pretty centered, and it'll say you hit a pole, and then you'll have to go in reverse, and reverse is super awkward, because you have to hold back on the D-pad and no button, which is just super counterintuitive. Like, you think it would be like a button or something, but no. Let's see, you hold. And yeah, that's the game. It's this. It's this. You could probably get the mastery done like in an hour and a half. I still haven't finished the mastery yet. There is just one achievement left for me, which is finish up the challenge mode, which is all 7 races in a row. Beyond that, the only other kind of hard achievement in this game is one for beating a race while looking behind you the entire time. So you're going to spawn in and like hold the trigger, and you're going to kind of race looking behind you, which is totally doable. And if you are doing this set, trust me, do it on track 5. Easiest track, no, track 6? I think track 6, actually. Yeah, track 6. That's probably the easiest one to do it on. That's all I really got to say about it, so I'll just kind of rush through the clips of me winning each race, getting the achievements, and we'll move on to the next game. Sound good? Awesome. There we go. 1 achievement down, 2 to go. Very nice. Just this unceremonious kickback to the main menu. Oh my god. Alright. Race 6 done. Achievement unlocked exactly the same. That was actually the least painful course in the game so far. If I'm going to do like the look backwards and like win a race one, that's probably going to be the track I do. But yeah, all we have left is one more track and then I got all the quick play stuff done, so let's just go ahead and do it. Did all the AI miss it? I think everyone just backed up to get that. Oh my god, I barely got that. But all the basic races are done. Oh my god. For shits and giggles, I'm gonna try doing that look behind me one time on track 5, because track 5 seemed very, very simple. But this is literally what you gotta do. You gotta hold the look behind you button and win a race. And I let go by accident. Okay, I can't do this right now. We're not even gonna try. We're not even gonna pretend to try. Cancel that. Beyond Quad Desert Fury, got the basic quick play races done, so that's cool. Alright, got 9 painful points out of the way. Got our quick plays on 5, 6, and 7 done. Didn't really take that long at all. Took like 12, 13 minutes. This game is just, it's rough. I'll eventually go for this beautiful view thing where I gotta look behind me. And then I'm sure I can just do the challenge mode in one go if I want to set aside 30 minutes to play this again. But we'll leave this mastery, you know, unmastered for now. Or this game unmastered for now. And not worry about it for another couple of months. And then I'll probably just finally finish it off. But that's Quad Desert Fury. It's definitely shovelware, low frame rate jankiness with weird AI that either rubber bands too heavily or doesn't rubber band at all. And has like a 3-second looping song. And it's a mess of a game. But you know what? Almost through it, so that's pretty cool. Next up is going to be Lilo and Stitch Trouble in Paradise, which is just a very basic 3D platformer using the Lilo and Stitch property here. Super late PS1 release from like 2002. It's an okay little game. The achievement set really is just 100% everything, and then the challenge achievements are beating these like little golem bosses that pop up on occasion without taking any damage. So yeah, we're just gonna go try beat a few more levels. I don't think I'm gonna really finish the game right now, but we'll get a couple more levels done. Why not? Alright, here we are in Lilo and Stitch. I know it's probably awkward seeing a game starting from the halfway point, but look, I haven't played this in months, and I don't remember what's going on either, but it's a pretty generic platformer, if I recall correctly. I think it's just like jump and attack and like a ground pound. Very basic, kind of like a more kiddie version of Crash Bandicoot, if memory serves correctly. Last time I played this though, I was like nodding off, I was half asleep, and I just kind of stopped. Because I was like actually falling asleep at my desk, and I went, I'll just do this another time. And we're about to fight a golem, which has in the bottom right-hand corner, actually you probably can't see it in post, but there is a beat this golem without taking damage achievement. I think we just gotta kind of like avoid their attacks and yeah, do that. They get a little weak point. I do remember some of these. I think like one I faced like threw like fireballs at me or something, and this one just seems to kind of come at you head on. You just gotta kind of run away from it. This game is incredibly simple. If you can't already tell, it's very, very basic. It's not like completely free at times, but if you've there we go. If you played video games before, you're not gonna probably take much damage here. And we got one of the missable achievements. Yeah, save. Yes, please save. Alright, is there like a level select? Because I think I was like working on a level and I just didn't 100% it. But I don't know if there's like level select or anything. Oh, there is. Okay. This is weird. Alright, future Alex here to commentate this level. Past Alex just, you know, was feeling very silent as he recorded this. So, it's okay, I'll pick up for his slack. So this is the Lilo and Stitch game, at least the general gameplay. We saw the golem fight, but here's what the bulk of the levels are. I mentioned earlier, it's kind of like a kiddie, like Crash Bandicoot, just a much easier Crash. Just going by how the game feels to play and the viewpoint, things like that. So yeah, you have a baseline attack, you have a ground pound, you have a jump, and that's really about it. As Stitch, when you play as Stitch, there's another attack you can do that involves like breath, which is cool, I guess. But yeah, if you want to go for all the achievements, you need to collect all the things in a level. These range from stars, which are pretty much all over the place. Every enemy you kill has a star in them typically, so you need to really make sure you clear out every level. They can be hidden inside of barrels, they could just be sitting around. They're never in the explosive barrels, though. The explosive barrels are a different kind of challenge entirely, which is if you get hit by them, you take damage, and they can also be propping up things you need to jump on. So certain collectibles, like the movie clapperboard, or whatever the hell you call it, it's a thing where, like, in Hollywood, they slam it together and go, action. Those things, they can kind of, like, pop up on top of barrels, and, like, they'll have, like, the explosive barrels under, and, like, you can just completely soft lock, not soft lock, but you can prevent yourself from being able to get it unless you restart the level. So they can kind of, like, be a pain in the ass, because they can lock away collectibles. But yeah, so you gotta find clapperboard, you gotta find a camera, and you also gotta find 4 vinyl records in each level. Nothing really hidden per se, because the game's like so linear and like the paths are so small. You might miss a thing or two and have to like walk back, but you should be able to find everything in your first go around. Or close to it. Very rarely is there gonna be like a little branching path. And each level itself takes like maybe 5 minutes, if you know what you're doing. This one I had to retry like 2 or 3 times because I just had to get used to the flow of the game and like the delay on the controls, which isn't too bad. The game itself plays pretty okay. The jump's a little bit weird, but beyond that, it's fine. And yeah, this is just kind of like what you spend your time doing. It's pretty mind-numbing. The game itself is fairly short. Like, it's actually ridiculously short. I'll eventually just kind of finish this up, because I think if you really wanted to, you could probably beat this game like in 3-4 hours. If you really wanted to, and like you're halfway competent at platforming. And yeah, but really, it's this entire set. It's just kind of collect and take out the golem bosses without taking damage. It doesn't really have a very big Lilo and Stitch vibe to it, though. It's weird. Oh yeah, you also get like these spoon things, like the one I just picked up. It's like a power-up. I didn't use it at all this session, so I forget what they do. I think it's like you throw a long-range attack or something. I never really needed them. I think I only used one once my last time I played this a few months ago. Sorry, my brain's getting distracted. But yeah, we're getting pretty close to the end of this level. I figure I'll just kind of finish up the commentary in this level and show some clips of the other ones. And that'll be that for this section. But yeah, it's Lilo and Stitch. It's fine. It doesn't really feel like Lilo and Stitch outside of like how the characters look. But it's also a very late PS1 release, probably thrown together last second. Wouldn't doubt this game was something else before getting the Lilo and Stitch property. Wouldn't really surprise me. It's just generic platformer. But I will say it's at least moderately amusing. It's not really broken. You know, just everything kind of functions, and if you just want to chill out and play a rather easy-ish platformer, you can. You can also just die a ton like I am here, and it's fine. Worst thing that happens is you run out of lives, and you just gotta get 3 lives back and restart a level, which really isn't tragic, because, again, these levels are very fast. I think that's really all I gotta say about this entire game. It's just another case of this, it's just a little basic. It's a little basic game. And here we go, coming up towards the end here. I'm hoping I got all the collectibles on this run. I can't remember if I did, or if I have to backtrack at all. I guess we're gonna find out. Get that lobster. We need one more thing. There it is. There's 100. I got all the collectibles. The game kind of gives you a check at the end, saying, like, yeah, you got already did that level. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. The achievement just took a quick second to pop up. There's my live commentary coming back in there. Yeah, like I noted, the achievement didn't unlock right away. Tougher than I remember it being, honestly. Will past me shut up. I'm trying to finish speaking here. I've only been rambling on for like 6 minutes. Okay. But yeah, I guess like when you finish a level, it may again. Just the way the level quite the experience. I swear to God, I'm going to strangle myself in the past. Please? Does he not know I'm trying to do a live, just future commentary here? But yeah, just the way the level finished up, I thought I'd already done that level. Well, I kind of did. I played that level last time. I actually opened this game up, and I was falling asleep in my chair, and I just could not keep my eyes open, so I left. Because I kept, like, running into the water as I took a micro nap. And I went, yep, I need bed. But yeah, just words. I just gave you a whole bunch of word soup. All you need to know is that we're going into, like, a Stitch level, and I'll just kind of fast forward us through that a little bit so you can see me just getting the achievement. Alright, here's the next level I did during this. It's called, I believe, Kawana Road. This one actually has a bit of backtracking in it because I missed a few coins. And I was in like a record. I was like, oh, what? How'd I do that? This is one of the very few levels that actually has a bit of a branching path to it. So I figured I would just show like how easy it is to be like, oh, made a mistake, let me go back. Oopsie poopsies, missed a record. But I didn't really accomplish much this recording session for Lilo and Stitch. I did play for a little bit, but I spent a lot of time on this like Stitch time trial. And I thought like I just never did it before, but it turns out when you beat a level, you get a time trial stage after, it looks like. And I spent all my time trying to beat this level and get all the things and like beat the time. And then I found out I had already done the level and got the achievement, so I wasted like 20 minutes. So then I went, oh, that sucks. And I played this level, and I was just like too tired of this game to keep going. But if you're curious about how Stitch gameplay looks, I'm just going to go ahead and insert some right here. Alright, and I hope you enjoyed your Stitch gameplay. It's basically the same as Lilo, except you can use like a fire breath and you are cute-ass Stitch, and not Lilo, so it's basically the same thing. Have to be back here. But yeah, this is just me again going back to find that last collectible. I just wanted to show that if you're playing this game and you miss something, it's not a huge deal. You can pretty much backtrack in any level. As long as it's not a collectible that you left floating in the air because you destroyed the platform below it, pretty much you can just travel back in any level, kill any enemy you may have missed, or find like a hidden path. Like in this level, I was like, oh, there's a ladder back here I can climb. Oh, here's the stuff I missed. That's absolutely crazy.
Such a dummy.
There we go. I even called myself a dummy live. And yeah, then you just kind of go and go finish off the level. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, you know? Let's go do that. Nice. Give me that achievement. Hell yeah. Alright, I think I'm pretty Lilo and Stitched out. I only did a couple levels, but it kind of took me like 50 minutes to get through like the little bit of stuff I probably edited in. Because this game, like, it's not bad. It's not particularly difficult. But you really gotta fight against, just real, if this is a 6 HP golem, I'll fight him before I wrap this up. But you gotta fight against like some real like general jankiness, like jumps like not registering, clipping through the ground, weird hitboxes. But it's not really hard by any stretch. Like, getting through this game's kind of a breeze. It's just you gotta, you know, sometimes restart a level. Which is what it is. This looks like it'll be a 4-hitter. I don't think this is what I need. Let's see. 1. Yeah, he's a 4-hit. We'll kill him anyways. Get him out of the way so I don't have to fight him next time I play this. There we go. Easy enough. We'll save against when he's eliminated. But yeah, it's a decent little licensed game. It's very odd that it came out like in 2002, like mid-2002 or something for PS1. So like the console was like already kind of dead at this point. PS2 had already taken over. It was definitely a quick little cash grab using the Crash Bandicoot formula. It doesn't really control well. As you can see, it's like 8-directional movement because the game didn't have analog sticks in mind. There's literally no analog support. Which for O2 was very dated at this point. It was just, you know, it's definitely a game. It's not awful. It's definitely not one that's going to keep you super entertained, but I'm sure I'll get the mastery for this, launch it 1 or 2 more times, get through the last couple of levels. Let's go ahead and just wrap this one up for now. Alright, and that does it for Lilo and Stitch. We got 3 achievements. I beat the golem with 4 or 6 HP without taking damage, and I got through Mokihana and Haleakala. I don't know how you say this, I butchered that. Beach levels 100%, so that adds another 20-ish points to my current running total, and I'm getting close to finishing this game up. How many more levels we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 more levels and like a boss or 2. So getting pretty close to the end of this one. It's not great, but you know, for like a quick, easy little platforming mastery, it's not too bad. I'll probably come back to this one more time and wrap it up at some point. So yeah, let's go ahead on to the next game now. Next up is a game we did last episode, actually. We're going to head back on into Cars. I was really enjoying this when I last recorded it. And it's really just kind of do all the races, collect all the medals, finish all the time trials. It's just basically 100% the game. Super easy set to go for, but the game's incredibly fun. So let's progress a bit more. Alright, here we are in Cars, going for gold medals, all that jazz. Let's just go ahead and race and have some good fun, shall we? What have I not done yet? North Desert Dash? I haven't done this yet. I gotta beat the time 125. Let's go for it. We'll keep being Lightning McQueen. This game's seeming super loud. So let's just do one of those, I adjust the volume on the fly things here. Would have guessed the racing game was loud. Okay. That's better. But yeah, last time I played, I was, like, really into this. The only note I made when I played last was that you don't really get much indication when the turns are coming up because the camera's so zoomed in. So you gotta really be prepped. Usually takes a few plays of a track to kind of get all the gold coins on them. When you beat a course once, you get gold coins you can collect on it on a second run, so... Takes a little bit of memorization. The other thing to note with this game, too, is that it is basically an on-rails racer where you can't really turn around or completely brake. You're always moving forward. You can just make yourself move faster. So that takes a little bit to get used to, too. Otherwise, not bad. Easy enough. One achievement down. Got a paint job. And we got medals we gotta get. Let's do it. I don't like any of these other colors. Oh, I could be Doc or King now? No, I'm gonna stick with Lightning. An orange Lightning this time, though. So, with the medal stages, you don't need to go fast. There is no time limit you gotta get these in. It doesn't matter. Just let yourself move at the minimum speed. Unless you're on a race course. I think you gotta win if it's race. But if it's just like one of these time trial things, you can literally go minimum speed. And just let yourself collect them at your leisure. There's still a good chance I can miss one, because you don't really get much warning when they pop up, especially if they're towards the top or the bottom of the track. They're not always centered. Okay, we're on coin 7, though. So far, all these have been centered. 1 through 7, so we're okay. Sorting ourselves out. Slow down. Those boost pads are a nightmare, because they can just rocket you right by a coin if you're not ready. Just 3 to go, though. Okay. One more coin. We got it. Nice. Let's do Chick's Challenge, I guess? We got story here. Don't really care all too much. Let's just go win our race against Chick. Ooh, we got traffic. That's different. I'll spice things up just a tad. Oh god. Just a wee bit. Oh god. Oh my god. Okay. Chick's actually going pretty fast too, it looks like. Oh my god. U-turn. Another Yui. How far ahead? Oh, there he is. I was like, how far ahead is this dude? Runs me right off the road. What a jerk. What was that turn pattern we got? Oh my god. Big spin. Wait, what? I'm confused. Where am I? Was that a shortcut? I can't even tell if that was a shortcut. Alright, looks like the AI kind of sandbags itself because it's probably towards the end of the race now. These are some rough turns. There we go. Speed check. Now we gotta go get all the coins. Alright, Alex from the future here. Finally finding some time to speak again. My past self, as I was recording the games, really just wanted to keep talking. How dare I? But, here I am in the future again. Just about to praise this game one more time. Say that it's just really fun, controls great. I love how this game looks visually. It's just an all-around, just really good time. And if you're going for retro achievements, this is such a fun little set to go for. It's so low stress. And like it actually feels like you're achieving stuff, you know? Like you're just getting achievements like for progressing the game and just having a good time. There's nothing too crazy to it. Outside of one achievement, which requires you to enter a code after you beat the game. If you put the code in before you beat the game, it could break the achievements I read. But beyond that, it's just a pretty decent little set. So I'm just going to go ahead, and after I get this little medal achievement here, just kind of montage me getting the achievements. And one cool little thing that they're actually going to add that you'll see in the gameplay is that you start getting like kind of like racetrack circuit races, like NASCAR, that have like drafting systems and things in them. So that's pretty cool.
Where the heck is it?
So you'll see that probably in the upcoming footage too. So yeah, where's my 12th coin? So I can go take a sip of water and put that little achievement montage up.
A coin. There we go.
There we go. All right. Anyways, enjoy all these achievement unlocks. $129. God damn it. Yeah, close. All right, let's go get our medals now. Oh, because there's no context, that 129 line, I'm just going to say that I was really challenging myself to get under a 128 that course, and I failed by a second and a half. The mystery is answered. Double Chivos. Nice. Nice. Alright, if I'm right, this should be the last race of the game. I think this will get me the mastery if I win. And all these circuit things so far have been like 30-second laps. We'll find out like in 3 minutes. Give or take. Alright, so like I was saying, this is the last race of the main campaign here. We kind of just montaged a lot of it, but basically what was happening was I had to do a normal race, and then I would unlock a circuit race in the final chapter of the game. And these circuit races happen on racetracks. All the laps are about 30-ish seconds long, 20 to 30, and they add a bit of a draft mechanic. So like if you get behind another racer, you build up the draft bar, and then you can press a button to boost. But if you crash or you fall out of the draft lane for even like a second, it's basically gone. So it's really about trying to get behind people, boosting and whatnot, because the AI on these circuit courses actually kind of rubber band pretty heavily. It's probably like, I wouldn't say it was super challenging, I didn't lose a single one of these, but it was the most intense races in the game, definitely. And I don't think these like were actually like competitors on the track either. A lot of these, I think they were really just there to get drafts. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just kind of felt like there were more racers than there actually... It felt like there were just too many cars like on the track for them all to be like in the race. So I just kind of felt like they were added as like little drafty boys. But yeah, these circuit races were pretty fun. They were actually the easiest tracks in the game. Like you would think like the later in the game you got, the harder this would get. But no, just really short little 6-lap courses. There were 4 total circuits. One was kind of shaped like a triangle, and the other like 3 were kind of like ovals. And as you can see, like this race is already almost over. We're like a minute 40 into this race, and I have maybe another 40 seconds of it. So yeah, for the final race, this is pretty simple, and that's really all there is to it. They added a little draft mechanic, and they made you kind of do some races in like the main, what is it called, like Radiator Springs. Is that the World of Cars? You had to like kind of do races there, and then you unlocked them here. And I don't know, they had some story cutscenes. I skipped by all of them, so I don't really know what was going on. But it's cars, you drive fast, and alright, well, we're on the final lap. I'm just gonna stop the commentary here because I'm incoherently rambling, and I'll let you see the end. Should be a final stretch. There we go. We got 90 bolts. Nice little cutscene. I don't even know what the story is. I assume it's just, hey, I'm a car. And I got my piston cup. Okay, and there's the credits. Did I get mastery? What did I not get? Hold on. Let me check my achievement. Radiator cap secret circuit. What's the secret circuit? Oh, it's a cheat code. Okay, you're not even supposed to do this until you beat the game anyway, so you're gonna go to the press start screen, you're gonna press left, left, right, right, BBA. That didn't work. There we go. So now we should be able to do the secret circuit, whatever it is. There it is. Was not expecting a cheat code. Wonder why they made like a cheat code race. It's weird. Okay, this should be final stretch for the mastery. Should be the last couple of turns here. Still kind of like confused like why this is a cheat code course, but you know what, whatever. It is what it is. This game was really cool though. I didn't really expect to master it today, but I kind of got addicted. I just wanted to finish it up. Let's see, that should give me my mastery. There we go. It was only an hour 18 minutes overall between my 2 sessions to get everything unlocked, but it was a really good racing game. Very good. None of the tracks really felt too different from each other, though, unfortunately, outside of the Piston Cup stuff, which, you know, is on the circuits. And those are very basic kind of oval courses. But controls are super tight. AI incredibly fair. It's a kid's game, so like, it was actually way more easy than difficult, more often than not. But it wasn't frustrating. If you just like want to like race around a track and like just do a few quick races, very stress-free. Awesome. Collectibles weren't too bad to get it all. It was just overall just a pretty fun little experience. I really liked that. Cars in the Game Boy Advance. Didn't really think I'd love it this much, but hey, I was willing enough to like go master it. That was good. I liked it. Alright, like I just said, I didn't really plan on mastering this game. I just planned on doing a couple of races, but I just finished off the entire set. That's a nice 180 point set, another nice little mastery for me. Apparently I'm the 163rd master on the game, which I mean, I'll take it. I'll take that beautiful honor. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was good. If you just want like a nice little casual racing game and you want like a super easy achievement set to go for that you can unlock like in an hour and a half max, unless like you're really, really bad at racing games, which I mean, understandable, this is a really just decent one to kind of pick up and play. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I got lost in this game. Just going for all the achievements. Cool. That was Cars. And now let's go on to our last game for the video. Okay, and last game up here is Home Alone on the NES, which is like a notoriously awful game on the NES. Basically, you gotta set down traps in the McAllister household and evade capture for 20 real-time minutes, and it's super RNG dependent. But all the comments in RetroAchievements are talking about a little glitch that I watched that kind of makes it trivial. So we're going to go ahead and do that and just get the game beaten. And then outside of that, there are a few achievements you actually got to play to get. Like knocking down Marv 10 times and holding every trap in one run. But the actual survive for 20 minutes thing can be trivialized. I'm going to go ahead and give that a go. And if it doesn't work, so be it. We'll go for some high scores. I don't know. Let's just hop on into it. Let's see what happens. Alright, here we go. Home Alone. Let's see if I can make this glitch work. Apparently, the trick to it is picking up an item, and then apparently coming here to the stairs, placing one. I already failed. Oh, you gotta press the other button. Okay, we're off to a great start. Look at all those leaderboard things popping up. Holy crap. So yeah, apparently the trick here is you gotta place it like down here, and then if we climb up, the robber's supposed to get oh god, stuck. Try it again. Alright, here we go. So we come down. Just put it like there. Get him stuck. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I watched the video and it just worked. Maybe it's just RNG depending on whether or not you can actually get it to like start. Come up again. Oh my god, he's waiting for me? He's not stuck. Why isn't he stuck? What am I doing wrong? Maybe that's proper. No. It's gotta be how you line it up. Otherwise, we gotta survive for 20 minutes in this house, and I just don't see that happening. Alright. Maybe that's right. Yep, okay, he's stuck. I got it. Okay, so yeah, if you are doing retro achievements for this game, you're gonna really want to do this robber glitch, because it makes every achievement available and eases up the game so much. Without it, this game is just a full-on, just RNG nightmare. Like, you're just gonna lose for no, like, perceivable reason. It's why I've never beat this game in my life over, like, 2 decades. But yeah, this glitch is really easy. Pick up an item, you go outside here, you go down 1 step, place the item so it's in the steps, and you stay on top of the item so you're also between steps. Robber hits the item, you climb up the pole, you go back inside and downstairs, robber gets stuck. You can get the second robber stuck as well if you do the same setup and then run inside and then upstairs towards the pipe, but I couldn't get it to work. There's an achievement there for surviving 5 minutes. Right now I'm facing Marv alone. All you gotta do is just spam traps. You want to kind of like space them out a little bit. You don't want him to get too close to you, obviously, but if you have traps spaced out a little bit so he hits them, gets stunned, and then like it's a room away to the next trap, you'll pretty much easily get this with some traps to spare. Right there, I unlocked an achievement for getting 50,000 points.
5 more minutes.
And that's the Survive 15-minute achievement there. I've been at this run for quite a while as I showcase this. But yeah, super easy. I put traps on the stairs. I always hold an extra 2 or 3. Each item has different stun times, and each item also has different point values, which you can find online.
Like super on my ass.
Wow, I talked a lot during this footage. But yeah, just space out items and drop Marv. You'll knock him down 50 times, no problem. You might not get the 100,000 points. There's certain items you gotta focus on in order to get the 100,000, but
2 paint cans going up to the right side. I'm gonna go up, then I have nails. And I have stuff on the bottom floor.
How did I commentate this game for 40 minutes, yet I couldn't commentate Lilo and Stitch? But whatever. I just have traps in the basement like this. A lot of items are multi-use as well, so you can knock down Marv, pick him back up. Anyways, we're coming in to the end of the game here. There really isn't much else to say about it. I placed down items and I glitched a robber. Super simple. Anyways, I will let my I won't shut up in the past voice take over for me. Not quite 100,000 though. It's 76,000 out of 100. Alright, well I'm not playing that again. But we beat Home Alone. Harry and Marv got caught, and I only have a couple more achievements left, so maybe I'll do that another time. Just try and farm up score, find out a good way to do it. But doing that stuck robber glitch made that completely doable. Still stressful though. I used like up almost all the traps besides the one on the rooftop. So oof, trying to get 100k sounds like misery. All right, well let's just see how we did for this game then. Let's count up the points. That was a real test of patience, but we gained 60 points and are only 2 achievements away from a mastery here and me getting this beautiful Macaulay Culkin on my profile. Yeah, unlocked most of the stuff. All I got left is to hold every trap at least once in a run. I think one of the traps I missed was on the rooftop, and then I got to score 100,000 points. Which, I mean, I'm assuming as long as I don't use the glitch, or maybe if I'm just like a little bit more aggressive with traps, using only one robber, I could probably bang that out. But yeah, not really a good game. Home Alone 1 on the NES is just awful. But you know what? Almost there at the mastery now, so little by little, we're getting there. Anyways, that's all the games I'm covering today, so let's get our final tally. And that's going to do it for this retro achievement session here. Please forgive this super ugly graphic coming on up. I'm doing my best. But we got 3 achievements in Quad Desert Fury worth 9 points, 3 in Lilo and Stitch worth 20 points, 16 in Cars worth 139, and 6 in Home Alone worth 60, for a total of 28 achievements or 228 points, bringing the profile total up this session to 22,859. I had a lot of fun this session. Was really cool getting the Cars Mastery Badge, and just chipping away at some achievements for games I put on hold for a little while. It's always nice just kind of getting the completion rate up on these games and just kind of seeing what else they have to offer. But that's going to do it for this session here. So you know what time it is. It's time for mindless promotion. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. I plan on doing a lot more of these retro achievement videos. I also do a lot of retro games in co-op with my good old buddy System Failure in our weekly series called F&A. I also cover the game Tower Unite quite a bit, indie horror games, and a few other things as well. About 4 or 5 videos go up every single week. In addition to this, we have my Twitch handle, Alex is Playing. I cover modern multiplayer games, indie games, narrative games, basically like anything modern goes over on Twitch. We have my Kick, Alex is Playing, where I cover exclusively retro content, a lot of retro achievement farming, so if you want to watch me kind of farm some of these achievements live, go over to the Kick. We got my X, Alex is Updating, and my Blue Sky, alexisplaying.bsky.social. Mostly just kind of put my streaming schedule up there, but every now and then I chat as well. Anyways, that's all my mindless promotion. Thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all have a lovely day. I'll catch you guys again in the next video. I'm stuttering at the end. I'm losing control. Yeah, y'all have a lovely day. Be good, and toodles, y'all.
Alright. Alright, some last second bonus content. I decided to play more Home Alone because, of course, what else am I gonna do right now? And I got all the items. There's chandeliers on the last floor, and if you're above them and you press down plus A, you drop them. And then they give a ton of points, and then I just kind of sat here and farmed all the items on Marv. And there's the mastery. Just got it right as I hit record, so beautiful. So now this game is officially done. So I would say if you're gonna go for this mastery, it is best to do the robber glitch, which is exactly how it looks. You start going down the stairs, you place the item, you face to the left, and then when they trip on the stairs, you climb up over the pipe and they should get stuck on it. And then it's really just you versus Marv. Drop all the chandeliers, use all the items. Another hidden item, actually, is the TV. In fact, like, while I'm sitting here, for those that want to do this set, let me show you the easy-to-miss ones. So you got the TV here, you can actually pick that up. Easy peasy. And then these chandeliers up here. You actually need to go all the way over here. And when you are you need to have an empty slot in your inventory, but you press down plus A, and there's 4 of them, and they do huge stuns. Like, we're talking very big boy stuns. Like these cars here, but I think they're actually longer than the cars. Oddly enough. Let's come over here. Drop this, drop this. You'll see, we'll just kind of put the chandeliers down. You'll see how long it knocks them out. It's pretty crazy. And they do a lot of points. Like, he's just down. He is down for the count. It's still down. He's been down for around 15 seconds now. It's about a 15-second stun. It's crazy. You have 4 of them? That's about 1 minute. 1 minute out of the 20 you gotta survive just on those 4 chandeliers alone. Then you just kind of combine that with, like, moving around the house, using the TV and the car, which is similar in high point value, and the iron, and, like, the 80 paint cans in the basement. And yeah, this mastery is actually not hard at all, as long as you just gotta do that robber glitch. It'll take you out of the glitchless leaderboards, but if you just want the mastery, easy peasy. Alright, that's all. Video's over now. Go away.